Hi, and welcome to the second part of the guide on how to create spatial media for Apple Vision Pro using Mistika Boutique. In this second tutorial, our focus will be on the advanced tools within Mistika's Stereo 3D toolset to address the geometry and color of more complex shots. Typically, when working with factory-calibrated commercial cameras, deploying the most basic features in Mistika's Stereo 3D toolset is sufficient to address simple shooting problems. However, if custom rigs are used to achieve higher resolution or image quality, it's possible that the media will have more complex geometry defects and we need to address them in post-production. If your clip is a side-by-side clip, refer to the first chapter of this video series to learn how to separate both eyes. Our media is already separated into the left and right eye clip, so we simply import the clips to Mistika Boutique Timespace, select them, and add a Stereo 3D effect. Activate the 3D mode and the black and white anaglyph view mode to identify geometry issues. As we can see, the shot exhibits complex geometry with numerous problems. Additionally, switching between the right eye and left eye using the keyboard shortcuts E and R reveals a significant color difference, especially in the sky and on the ground. Let's begin fixing our shot by applying the basic adjustments explained in the first part of this guide. First, apply match geometry, and then follow up with match color. As we can see, the geometry has significantly improved, although it's not flawless yet, and the color still exhibits notable differences. Now, let's identify the geometry problems we want to address, typically scale or rotation issues. A useful trick is to look for vertical and horizontal lines that can serve as references to adjust the geometry correctly. For instance, in this clip, we can utilize these metal columns as a reference. To identify the geometry problems, with Match Move active, let's click at the top of this column. The objective is to bring that point into convergence, meaning there should be no disparity between the right eye and the left eye for a clear visual reference. As we move our view down that column, we notice a disparity in the lower area, which doesn't make sense visually. We can infer that the column is perpendicular to the ground and should be at the same depth. Currently, it appears to be slightly rotated. This issue is known as a shear problem, where one of the eyes has a slightly tilted geometry. It's often more complex to observe than a simple rotation, which is why we're using it as a reference in this tutorial. To resolve this, all we need to do is select Match Shear and click on the lower area of the column. Problem fixed. Next, select Match Move again and click on one side to use it as a reference for rotation. If you notice a slight rotation, choose Match Rotation. Click on the other side of the image, and voila! Problem fixed. With Match Move active, click again on the vertical column to set the convergence point on a clearer reference element. Now the geometry looks much better. However, it's not perfect yet. If we look at the background building, we'll see a slight vertical deviation, and we can expect the same in objects or characters closer to the camera. It's not severe, and the shot could work perfectly without fixing that detail, but this is Mistika Boutique, so we'll fix it in a couple of clicks as well. Before making that final adjustment, let's fix the color. Since applying match color wasn't enough, we'll deploy another semi-automatic tool. We'll fix one eye, using the other as a reference. Examine both eyes and decide which one to fix. In this case, we'll fix the right eye. Navigate to Balance Color 2, and under Fix, choose Fix Right. And just like that, it's fixed. If there's still any noticeable difference, you can reduce the smoothness to apply a stronger correction. The only thing left to do is to address that small geometry detail we mentioned earlier. Return to Anaglyph mode, go to Optical Flow, and under Mode, select Align XY. This will rectify any final distortion. Note that this is an optical flow adjustment, so Mistika is creating new pixels. It's recommended to fine-tune the geometry as much as possible before applying this last parameter for the best result. As we can see, the shot has been corrected perfectly, and we have an impeccable result. We could now proceed with artistic color correction, add text or objects in Stereo 3D, and more. However, we'll delve into those aspects in the third part of this guide. We hope you found this tutorial helpful. Subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on social media to stay up to date on the latest news and updates from Mistika Technology. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.